Oh, they may be playing football and the crowd is yelling, kill the referee. But no matter what the score, when the clock strikes 4, everything stops for tea.
Hi and welcome to Spill the Tea, the show for British expats and everybody that loves all things British. My name's Ian.
And my name is Sam. Good morning, everybody. Coming up on today's show, it's me and him. We've got our BFF, Dawes, coming in, and Craig Murrin, the pension guy. Before we do that, we're going to have some tea and a little chit-chat.
Exactly. So how are you guys doing? What have you been up to this week? The stores have been opening in different places around the country. Are you back to work? Have you been to the stores? Is life getting back to normal a little bit now? So let us know what's going on. Of course, if you are joining us for the first time, this is Spill the Tea. So please like and share. We always say that every week. And of course, our usual viewers will already have done that. And we will be checking to see who's with us in just a second. But it feels like things are getting slightly back to normal again.
I think it's a mindset. I've been back to normal for ages.
Right.
I just have.
I'm not sure where my mind's been then, but no, I think we're getting look, we're at a different angle today.
Yeah, we're 5.5 feet away from each other. We're getting a little close there.
I was just saying, my it's deceptive. My arm is deceptively long. So we are actually doing.
I do love the lighting in here, I have to say.
The reason why we're here, though,
I just have to say how good we look on that screen.
Look at you.
You and your makeup.
The reason what makeup? The reason why we're at the end today is because it's like a family affair. We've got Eve and Craig with us joining us in a little bit, so it's going to be a bit of a chat around the table,
a little update and a catch up. And
yeah,
are you warm? I'm warm.
No,
are you hot?
Decidedly.
Are you hot?
That's a matter of personal opinion. I like to think I have
hot?
it. Never mind. No, it is warm in here today, actually.
Ooh,
but it's the temperature's kicked up here in Las Vegas.
Oh, it has. But no, I feel like I've got back to normal.
You do?
Yeah. Well, as soon as the restaurants are open, I went to eat. As soon as the shops are open, I went to shop.
Restaurants, I think, I've started to do that. But shops, I'm still not thinking I really need to go. I'm quite happy ordering everything.
You've missed all the bargains, though.
What bargains?
Oh, there have been bargains all over town.
Yeah, but are they things you actually need? This is the point. I think this has been the thing about part of the lockdown.
I always need clothes and shoes.
Oh, well,
despite a full closet.
We are coming from a different perspective.
We are. Well, I think for a lot of people, it doesn't matter whether they need it or not. They want to go out and they want to shop and they want to feel normal. And so that's what I've done. I've been to the dentist. I've had my teeth cleaned. I've just done normal things.
There was news today. There's a new drug that's going to help him. Dextromethasone.
Yeah, it's a steroid.
I can't believe I actually said that correctly.
I
was thinking,
because I
there's
forgot
no way
what it was.
I'm never going to be able to say this right.
Yeah, it's a steroid, isn't it, in England?
It's a cheap one that's been out there for a long time. So it does seem weird. I'm just having to do this a bit right now.
It's all right.
That's all right. So, but yeah, so hopefully that'll be a thing that will help.
Yeah, they said it's been
everyone.
incredibly successful.
Yeah.
It's very cheap. And they're very excited about it. How do you pronounce it again?
Talking to your microphone.
How do you pronounce it again?
I'm a wiggler. I can't do it. Dextromethasone.
Very good.
Close enough.
Very good.
So yeah,
that's good news. That's great news.
That's very good news because that's been half the problem of the lockdown. It's purely the mortality rate of this. Great. Tuesday morning we're talking mortality straight off the bat.
It's going to be a jolly show today.
Isn't it just? Yeah. Luckily we've got these other two over here to come in and lighten things. Who we got on
let's
today?
See.
Nicole, I've been normal for a while. Is that a matter of opinion, Nicole? I'm not sure, but it's been a while. Catherine, good morning. Wendy, good morning. Stephen, howdy doody. Where have you haven't been around for a little bit. Thanks for joining us.
Robin is from, this is funny actually, Robin from Seattle said, barbers are now open. It's time to lose the cat weasel hair. How funny is that?
I don't know, Sam.
Did you see my asset? Did you see the asset I sent? Do we have it, Travis? It's the Who Wore It Best.
Oh, that asset.
How weird is that? That's my dog.
That's your dog.
Who wore it best, Mr. Twix or Cat Weasel? That is so funny that Robin saying he's got to get rid of the Cat Weasel look. How funny is that?
It is, but yeah, that's
we're on the same. Since we're talking here, let's throw up the next meme. If 2020 was a hairdo.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
I don't even know how you start to do your hair like that. How does it even begin?
Is that a thing over the top, though?
It's like an Amadeus kind of thing at the top.
Oh, that is hair over the top.
Yes, and then like Maybe like curling tongs or something.
That's
action.
special. I'll work on that for next week.
I love it. I love it.
Eileen went out to a restaurant, but shopping can wait. The lines are too long. So there you go.
I must admit, I'm not a line waiter kind of person, but I did get in quick where I went.
There's Pier 1 Imports is shutting down, as we all know.
Yeah.
And so I thought, I needed to go to the store next door.
Right.
And so I thought, well, I'll go in there. But they're like, no, you got to wait. So I had to wait outside in 3 million degrees for.
They did.
But it was only a minute. Otherwise, I wouldn't have waited.
I wouldn't have. Yeah.
No.
It's a good job they didn't take your temperature. If you stood outside in the desert heat, they'd be like, "You've got corona. You need to leave."
Well, I know.
No one would make it.
No,
in.
everybody would be hot.
The discount wasn't very big, though, was it? Considering they were going out of business.
No, I did notice
30%
that.
is not.
It wasn't even that. Most of it was 10%, which brought it down to about $300 for a pill.
It's not even a tip.
And it's not even. I mean, it's Pier 1. Come on, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not IKEA.
I love me some IKEA.
I know. Mick's here. You're late. Traffic was terrible. I'll let you off this one time, Mick.
Jack,
but,
Savannah, Georgia, from Stratford. How lovely. It's even. Oh.
Ruby, hi from
really
Virginia. Well, hi to you too. Patrick is watching, as he should. It's part of his contract. Robin, apart from my spelling of cat, what's that now? Robin
Cat
saying,
weasel.
Is that even the right way to spell it? I don't even know. Oh, you just did Jack. They're living in Savannah. Did you just say? Oh, see, I missed that one. All right, so that's all of you.
Hello, everyone.
So what's been going on, Mrs.?
I work all the time, always have done, always busy, always got a project, always doing DIY. I think we're very similar in that respect, aren't we? I've never uttered the words I'm bored, ever. When people do,
right.
I almost jump back. What? What is this word you speak of? Boredom. Because I don't know what it is. But I've been really busy. I was just moaning about cleaning my house because anyone can, agree with me on this. If you're going to deep clean, it takes forever and it's such a lot of work. But Jim likes to do only a level 1 cleaning.
If you're doing a deep
tickle
clean,
around.
Get somebody in if you're going to do a deep cleaning.
Well, my dogs aren't very good about anyone coming to the house. So I think that would be a living nightmare for anyone. It takes them a long time to calm down. And I can't imagine that would be fun for anybody.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm really particular.
You are?
Yeah, I'm very particular about how things are cleaned, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I've been busy, get my house in order.
Right.
So I'm getting ready to redecorate some stuff. Because, that's what Geminis do. They move furniture around every month and then they want to decorate all the time. And Jim doesn't participate, doesn't like it. I love it. It's great.
I've been Airstreaming.
Oh, have you?
Well,
you got any pictures? Current ones? No?
No, see, that would be organised. And I'm not there yet. It's a bit like an artist doing a painting. I've got to.
We can't reveal it.
Can't reveal it yet. No, there are going to be some work in progress ones, but I don't know. The heat's been rough, actually, because if it's 92 degrees outside, in the Airstream it's like 120. And I have a little digital thingy.
What year is it again?
It's a 1976.
Does it have air conditioning?
Well, it does, but the whole thing's not hooked up.
Working,
so I've taken all the electrics out. Oh, wow. So, well, not taking them out, but I've just disconnected them. So they need redoing, and then I can fire it back up again.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. It'll
be great, though.
It's going to be great, but I've been dealing with insulation, so there's been fiberglass everywhere.
Ooh.
I've had the mask and the glasses and everything, but it gets in.
Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it?
It gets in everything, so that hasn't been too much fun. But we had a couple of days that were not so hot this last week.
Yeah, and I loved that.
And I made the most of it. I was like there as long as I could.
Get in there.
Yeah,
like me in the gardening. I love gardening. So, I'll spend all day outside when it's nice, cool weather. And if it rains, I'm really happy. That's my thing. If it rains, I'm just thrilled. I get so excited.
Yeah. So, so what else has been going on?
Well,
see, this was kind of your... I really didn't take the lead much on this week's show. Usually we have a conversation, but this week Sam's like, we're going to do this. I'm like, yeah, great.
Well,
it's all you.
We've got a little update. The summer solstice at Stonehenge is coming up. It's going to be live streamed because you won't be able to be there. I had a couple of nieces that went one time. It looked absolutely amazing. So I'll drop the link for that because it's coming up. What date is it coming up? I'll have to go back to the link. Maybe you can search that. Summer solstice from Stonehenge.
No, ask the people. Look. I
don't know the date. I thought I had the date written down. But here's some very exciting news.
Yeah.
So, many of you back home in England will have seen Last Laugh in Vegas, the reality show with all the British celebrities, Cannon Ball, Sue Pollard, Mick Miller. I mean, an amazing cast of people. And I worked on that show. Well, they're doing a replay of it Sunday, June 21st on ITV at 11:15 p.m. So if you've got access to that and you haven't seen it or you want to relive it, because it was so funny. They didn't have to write anything because they were just all hilarious and extremely nice to work with.
Yeah.
So that's coming up. I think I still have links for all the YouTube episodes, I think. So if you're in the States and you don't have access to that, I'll make sure I share them if I still have them, because it was such a funny show. But I'm so glad that they're replaying this. It won lots of awards.
Yeah.
And people just kept saying, this is just good family entertainment.
Well, that's what it needed to be. Is like the old school variety shows.
Oh, it did. I mean, I think the biggest question that people would ask when I said I was working with them was, they're still alive? Well, yeah, they're in their 70s and their 80s.
Yeah.
And they're still working.
Well, we had Bernie Clifton as our guest.
I love me some
while back.
Bernie.
Yeah. By the way, it's episode 40 today.
Is it really?
We have done 40 episodes of this show.
I can't believe that.
I can't believe
I think this is the only time I've wore the same thing twice in 40 episodes.
Is it?
The same shirt twice, yeah. But everything else I don't think
I think this is the only time I've worn something new in 40 episodes. Makes a change.
40, I can't believe that.
I know. We're nearly there. Nearly. We've only got 12 more shows.
Till what?
That'll be
52
and
for a
that'll be-
year. Okay.
yeah,
I thought you meant like half a century or something like that.
Feels like it.
So that'll be exciting and fun. Shannon, who won Mary's book last week. Shannon, I've sent you a message. Check your Facebook messages because we need to get that out to you. So I think that's important.
We do. It's actually right down there.
Oh, is that the one? Okay, I'll make sure.
think it is.
Don't leave without that.
So there was one article that I saw. Actually, no. It got given to me. Rachel's gave it to me. Who's Rachel's? With the plural? All of them. The
It's
singular
like saying
Rachel.
I went to get food at Wendy.
At Wendy, exactly.
At McDonald's.
So this was interesting, and I'm actually going to put it in the post. Not that you can go and check it out now. You've got to wait till the end of the show. But I'm going to put it in there, and it's a Russian scientist,
Right.
And this article was written in 2012.
Yes.
And I guess this was when 2012 was sort of the back end of the last sort of recession, and there was issues around it. And the headline is something like, "Forget 2012. 2020 is going to be the nightmare year." And this was written in 2012.
No
And
way.
this guy, he's a scientist, and he's taken the whole kind of historical, scientific, patterns and the way things work. And he predicted...
Like, what's a good year, what's going to be a bad
Yeah,
year?
but he predicted it was going to be a very violent year.
Well,
And it has.
he's right.
And he's right. So it's kind of interesting and a little spooky.
It's a little Simpson-esque,
It's a little Simpson-esque.
isn't it?
Yeah. And I'm sure there's other examples of this out there. I just thought that was kind of
Well, I think we
interesting.
all owe 2019 an apology because we we all hated 2019. I'd happily go back to 2019.
Yeah.
Every day, every hour, something bizarre is happening. I hope someone is documenting it. My mum's boyfriend has been doing a song every day. Every day about what's happening during this time, and it's like a musical history
Right.
of 2020. But yeah, there's a book waiting to be written through all of this.
Well, there's going to be a movie, I would have thought, but,
It's going to be long.
it is.
So that many chapters to it.
Well, although maybe people might not want to revisit. They might be like, oh, no, I'm done.
Oh, you know what? Sorry. Going back to Last Laugh in Vegas, Travis, can you put up there's two images? There's me with Bobby.
There it is.
He gave me, he always wore desert boots with his tuxedo. He gave me the boots and signed them.
He
They
did?
both signed them, yeah.
Oh, look
And
at
then
that.
the other one is, it was their promo image. There's
Oh, there it
Bernie.
is. Oh, yeah, so
that's
that's-
Bobby Crush next to Bernie. Anita Harris. Bobby and
See, it's all you now.
Cannonball.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Kenny Lynch, who's passed
He
away
just
now.
passed it. What a singer and what a nice guy. Sue Pollard, you will know from
Heidi, hi.
Heidi Hi.
I'm here. I
And
got
then,
you.
and then thank you. And then Mick Miller and
Yeah, no.
singer, crooner, heartthrob. Before our time, it'll come to me.
Whatever his name is.
But it was such a fun show. But yeah, Bernie and Karen Ball, my favourites. Anita Harris, class act, amazing woman.
Oh yeah, she was very nice. She was flirting with me after the show.
She really?
She was.
Ooh.
I might have actually been flirting with her.
Yeah,
actually.
I think that's more like it.
Yeah. That was probably it.
Mick says it's the 20th. He believes Stonehenge summer solstice is the 20th.
So Saturday.
Ruby went 10 years ago. How was it, Ruby? Was it all fabulous and flower crowns and stuff? What else have we got? Just got busy saving money. Got my tax cap to 3%. Oh, was that the property tax, Patrick? Right. Okay. Clark County people, check what property tax you're paying on your house. Some people are paying 3%, and some people are mistakenly paying 4-point-something%. And I just saw the article on the news last night, and they was check it, see if you're overpaying.
All right.
I'll be checking that. So
He's giving the info. Ruby's right. Said she was looking at the Pier 1 website this morning. Excuse me. No bargain's good enough to persuade me to buy anything. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Sanjaya is watching from Toronto. You're very welcome.
Nice. And Toronto's lovely.
Indeed. Linda is a Geordie in Alberta. See, they need a bit of a Geordie influence up there. So well done. You're doing the UK's work.
Tracy, how long have we been friends? Oh my goodness. Her mom was my dance teacher. Oh my gosh. And we've been friends since we were a little kid. She's watching. That's so great.
Steve says, hello, Brits. Hello. Welcome.
Steve Pugh can't believe that they were all alive. Yeah, they are. Apart from Kenny, and he just passed away a couple of months ago.
I know. Well, yeah, exactly.
Is that true, Nicole?
Nicole just put a comment in, although she's actually sitting just over there. So
This is horrible.
We've got financial questions, and Craig will be on in a bit.
So we'll talk about that.
We will.
Oh.
And actually, that's going to be a point with Craig coming on. You know, he's our pensions expert. But if there's any kind of financial questions you're concerned about globally, even if he doesn't know anything about them, we'll ask him anyway, and we'll see him squirm and look really awkward.
Because he changes every time he comes on the show anyway. The world changes. And then we've got Eve coming on. We're going to talk about fitness, beauty.
You're trying to think what the other B is, isn't it?
Boobs.
Yes. That is our new title for BFF.
What is wrong with me? Beauty, fitness and fashion.
It's the heat. It's warm.
It's warm. It
is.
I'm sweating.
So we had. It was what was it? It was the Duke of Edinburgh. It was his birthday.
99.
99. Did you see? I did like this picture. You don't often see the Queen actually smiling these days. But I did like that
I think, had a wonderful day on her birthday, didn't she?
To me, I was trying to read into this. I mean, that's kind of one of those looks that says, oh, aren't you ridiculous? You're 99 and you've got all that stuff on. Was it really worth it? But I thought that was a really cute picture.
Yeah, she looked like she was very, very happy and smiley during her birthday.
She was, yeah.
Everything was pared down, though, out of respect for what's going on in the country as well. So.
It was a bit. So I'm here on Checker Day. I actually looked before the show started today, which is unusual.
Well done.
It's a bit of a mixed bag. It's actually, I do know that it's National Nurses Assistants Week. Is that right?
Yeah.
Nurses Assistants, not physicians assistants.
Not physicians assistant,
or
doctors assistant.
And they work very hard. So if you're in that field, we appreciate you this week. So that's not on here. I just happen to know that. But today is Fresh Veggies Day. See, Eve should have known that, because that's going to be of health and booby, whatever you just said. I can't say that. See, that was wrong. It's
that kind of show.
It is. It's National Cherry Tart Day. That's more my kind of day. And National Fudge Day at the same time, which is good. It's National Vinegar Day. I don't even know.
It's just a way to promote your
business.
We
can celebrate all different types of vinegar. I keep looking over here and he keeps putting me on there. Celebrate all different types of vinegar day. Vinegar day.
Vinegar.
Did we have mimosas this morning without knowing
I
about
know.
it?
It's like we're all kerfuffled.
It's World Sea Turtle Day. And see, it was a bit of an odd one. That was all it was today. But
that was it.
On this day in history, yeah, that was it. The Valentina Tereshkova becomes the first woman in space in 1963.
Really?
Good to know. And in 1960, Alfred Hitchcock's film Psycho is premiered.
That's a really good film.
That is a good one. Birthdays today. Happy birthday to Tupac Shakur. I hope you have a wonderful day.
He's still alive.
Yeah,
He's watching our show.
There's rumours.
I know, because they said they never saw his body leave the hospital.
Enoch Powell. Remember that
Really?
name? Yeah.
Wow.
British politician.
bringing up
Stan
some
Laurel, 1890. Stan Laurel was
You know
born.
he's from England?
Yes, I did know that.
Can't tell him nothing.
No, I know it all. And 2 other people we haven't heard of. So that's.
Do you have my Elvis picture? Did I send you an Elvis picture?
No.
Oh.
Oh wait, the sign. Oh no, that's.
No, you can show that one.
That's Travis for us here this morning.
That's another. Good
Oh, that one. I like that one. I thought that was pretty funny.
It's really your
Although-
germs
although-
all over the place.
Although Travis actually thought that was Elvis, but apart from that.
It's okay. I actually saw Elvis at Target, but I'll save it for next week.
You did?
I did, with a mask on.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just tell by the eyes?
The hair, the what do they call them?
Sideburns.
No, what's the
Chops.
what did you call them? Mutton chops.
Mutton
yeah.
chops.
Yeah. I'll save that for next week. Fish and chip shop. When's the fish and chip shop opening? Because we're waiting for we're getting a fish and chip shop.
I do. We should have fish and chips in here.
Yeah.
But we know when we're doing our cooking challenge, you didn't want to make fish and chips.
No.
Why?
No, we'll have Lee Bennett come on and do it. Remember
Okay.
Lee did the chef?
Craig's giving us a thumbs up. I'm assuming he's.
Have you
Oh.
really? Very good. Yeah. We need to have Lee come in and do the fish and chips.
Well, we should then.
Yeah.
Why not?
Let's do it. Are you watching, Lee? But we are getting a fish and chip shop in town, and it's about time. I've lived here too long without it. Well,
I know.
listen, do you think we should... Have we got a BFF today? No?
No.
Well, why don't we just start
Well, we've got better than the BFF. We've got the BFF herself in the building. So we can push the table back. She can do like an exercise thing right here.
Did you see it last time when we joined in?
Well, we joined in for like the last half
Second.
second. Yeah, the last jumping jack, whatever it was.
So did she need to roll in?
Yeah. So
Roll on in.
Eve's going to roll in. No, she can't.
Chair
She
stuck.
can't. Or just shuffle
She's going to
slowly.
udge in.
Look at this.
That wasn't as elegant as I hoped.
It tried to be.
There we go.
And there she is. And while we're at it, we may as well just get good
Udge in.
old
Udge in.
Craig.
You know what? I'm going to open this because
Get your microphone sorted there, missus.
Eve gave me this birthday gift, which was very, very nice of her.
That is very nice.
Oh, I love this.
Oh,
Girl after my
Look
own
at
heart.
that.
Oh, you know, I have my lip treatment on.
Yeah, but
It's-
in case you're running low,
Are you kidding me?
and because you always wear red, little mini, so you can have it in your lap.
all right. We're gonna
Oh, look at this.
closer. There you go.
Love lipstick. I'm
Like
wearing this
Queen of
next
the
week.
Reds.
I'll wear this one next week. And the lip treatment, I'm telling you, it smells really good as well. The
You
lip
can put it
treatment.
on under your mask as well. 'cause you
Yes.
can't really wear colour because then it goes all over your mask
Yes.
and all over your face.
Just keep that up.
Perfect.
Tilt it
The
back. a
smell
little
of
bit.
this is amazing.
box?
Your website, evedawescosmetics.com.
Dawes Custom Cosmetics.
Doors.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, smell that, Craig.
Minty fresh.
Ooh.
Smell
What does
that.
it taste
You
like?
put that on your lips, it's all refresh. Oh, sorry.
Minty vanilla.
You can eat it as well?
You can eat it, yeah, because
There's
they're
a-
cruelty
I have a
free. They're all
minty fresh
natural.
nose.
I mean, I wouldn't recommend eating it, but
Oh,
yeah, I
okay.
mean, you can
But you
ingest
can if
it.
you need to. All
Yeah.
right.
So that's one of
You
one
can make
of-
out with it.
That's one of the things that
Scoot
Eve,
up a little bit more there.
that Eve
Craig,
has.
this way. There you go.
Is her,
Don't worry, we don't have
custom-
anything.
I don't know. It's the 6 feet.
Custom
It could be.
cosmetics.
Well, yeah. Again, deceptively. God, I can't get my teeth in today.
It's all right.
So, Eve,
And tilt that back just a little bit, the other way.
during the lockdown, how
Very
did
subtly
you
done.
conduct business for your cosmetics company? How did you pivot on that one?
All virtual.
You just went virtual
Just do
full
like
on.
you book an appointment and we put the camera over the mixing board and we just do it all via like FaceTime, Zoom, however you want to chat with us. Sit on the couch with a bottle of wine. So no, say bottle, not glass.
And a
That's what we were
straw.
doing in.
A straw.
A bottle and a straw.
So you just did it. You just said we're going to take it all online, which is great because it opens up your business worldwide, doesn't it? Now that is
Yeah,
brilliant.
international. God, I'm on the same as you.
Yeah, it's cool.
We need mimosas. International shipping on there. So yeah, just made it fun.
So, but are you fully open now?
We're open for individual appointments. So we
Okay.
have to wear the masks, time in between appointments.
Yeah.
Because it's all stainless steel, it's really easy for us, just one client at a time.
Yes.
And then hopefully groups will be again sometime
Good.
soon. But yeah, no.
Because you do a lot of groups for like bridal showers and stuff like that, don't you?
Yeah,
you
and
can
bachelorette parties.
make your
and
own
birthdays.
custom cosmetics. I love it. There's nothing better than something that's personal.
Well, thanks for giving me a good plug this morning.
Oh yeah, and
Well, because we haven't got an actual BFF, so
Well, you did have one.
I did, but I didn't.
Well, we'll do it next week.
she's
Didn't
got
download
It was
it.
cocktail. It was cocktail making, so we'll just save it for next week.
You brought those in
Oh,
live.
I should have done. We should have done a live little shaker.
Yeah. What's wrong
Next
with you?
time.
Next
But
time.
you can custom make a lipstick that you can't get anymore. That's out of what do they call it?
Oh yeah, if they're discontinued,
Discontinued.
yeah, we can do the colour match and.
Because everybody has a favourite. And, you just try and, make it last till the very, very end. So I love that
And it's
idea with your
always the
business.
best colours they discontinue.
What's
It's
your
so
favourite,
annoying.
What's your favourite colour?
I was just sitting here watching the Sam and Eve show.
He likes a good
I don't know if
nude.
you've noticed, but we actually do have a guest over here as well.
Hi, Craig.
We've got Craig Murrin here.
everyone.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
doing?
I mean, we'll get there eventually, my
It's
friend.
been a
but,
long time since I wore lipsticks.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
Well, we were over at Craig and Nicole. First of all, it's Craig and Nicole's anniversary.
Yes.
Yes, happy
5
anniversary.
years?
2 years, yes.
5 years. You're going to celebrate near
to
the beach.
Temecula. No, not near the beach.
you're
Near
going to
some
go
wine.
inland. The wine.
Wine country,
Because
yeah.
wine's your thing, isn't it?
That's right.
We were over at their house, Jim and I, for dinner. That was absolutely delicious, and it was the first dinner we'd had with friends,
With people.
with people.
With people. First dinner we'd
Well,
had in
real
3 months.
people.
because you have dogs normally.
That's
so,
right.
you know.
Talked to my dogs all day, not people. But the food was great.
Yes.
Conversation was great.
Nicole, all Nicole.
Oh,
The conversation and the food was all Nicole.
It was great.
Yeah.
I won't mention what you said though, but that was funny. Do you remember that thing you said? And I was like, "Whoa!"
Yep. Well, that's a great lead
I
up,
don't
isn't
think
it?
I can mention it.
Thanks for that. Yeah.
Unless she
remember
knows-
that thing that was
Unless
hilarious?
she knows unless she's okay with it, but she can't remember.
No.
I
Yeah,
won't
I don't
mention
know.
it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it would be good.
But it was a good night. It was a good
It was
night.
a great night.
Yeah,
and
well,
I-
coming up next on the show is something we might tell you
we
about.
might tell you about. I thought she
Or
was going to
not.
go, oh yeah, we could talk about it, but she can't even remember it. So that's
Apparently
okay.
not.
There was
Apparently
a
not.
couple of bottles of wine involved as well.
It was.
So,
And I love your dog.
yes, she just got a haircut as well. Thank you for the
She
recommendation.
looks great. Yeah, she's a
She
sweet-
feels great.
She's a sweetie little. Sweetie
Robin's
pie.
saying we need to get Lee Bennett on for sure. Mike is watching. He's a bit late today. That's fine. We'll forgive you. In
Oh, you know
Greece.
what I made them? I made them my amazing pavlova.
You're amazing, Matt. You mean the one that lost to my even more amazing pavlova?
Oh, we're never going to live this down ever.
Yeah.
You were going to make some cream puffs today.
I was,
weren't
and I ran out of time.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, Chris.
Sue was also late. What's
So the
going on
plan
with these
was I was
people?
going to do
Set
cream
your
puffs,
watches,
and then I was going to
people.
put a couple in a little container for you to have on the way
on the
down.
drive down.
Sorry,
That's
I messed up.
That's okay.
I will make sure you get some though.
Darren's watching. Hello, Darren. You should be here too. It's like a
Yeah.
family affair today.
It certainly is.
Gina's watching.
So, Craig,
What's up?
last time we were
So
here,
Sam.
you were here. What stage of Corona were we in?
The last time I was here, we were not in any stage of Corona.
Ah.
I think it was show 2.
So
I
it's
was here.
really changed.
I did
Oh, you did a
an
little-
update at the beginning of the year just to say
Yeah.
that we're going to get some volatility this year, but that was
Yeah,
way
that-
before all this kind of kicked off.
I do.
It's like
Psychic
Nostradamus.
vision.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, he predicted that.
I do remember that you did give us that little
Yeah.
heads up, but
Just be wary.
slightly understated.
Well, yeah.
So tell us, go on. The mic is yours, even
Okay.
though you got to speak into it a little
It's
bit
like,
more.
where do I even start?
Hello. Well, obviously, what's been going on in the world with coronavirus, everything's been shut down, which has concerned a lot of people. But markets
Travis,
have...
Travis,
there we go.
You
There we go.
got to get on.
Markets
on,
have rebounded this week.
And what do you think made it rebound? The fact that we're more
the-
opening phases
There you go.
around
Also,
the
the
world.
Fed. The Fed have said that they're going to do everything in their power to make sure the economy doesn't drop.
Good.
Yeah, so they're literally doing everything, bad or good. It's they're going to do what they can. But we've got the election coming up soon as well. So
Yeah.
So I
That's
mean,
gonna be a
you know,
problem.
using your Nostradamus skills there, what are you thinking? I mean, you must get people asking you, what is your prediction that we will hold you to in about 6 months' time?
I said to Sam actually yesterday, I said, don't ask me too many technical questions because my compliance won't allow it.
Well, no, but this is a personal opinion.
We're going for future planning. The markets will always come good in the future, and
Yes.
if you plan for the long term, then you're good. If you're trying to time the markets right now, then good luck to you because it's very difficult to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
But what I would say, plan for the future and just get some solid, sturdy, steady investments, and have maybe some ETFs in I don't know, S&P, something like that. But
Now, but I think obviously, if you're smart, you haven't been looking at your numbers of your.
So as not to get scared.
So that you're not seeing this line going down
yeah,
all
March
the time.
had dropped. We're now, as I say, the S&P and the Dow are back to almost where they were before everything happened.
Interesting.
So if you were smart and got involved and got invested in March, April when the markets were low, then you should be sitting pretty happy right now.
But you say smart, but the stable opinion was to basically just hang tight.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's still
don't change any of your investments, especially if it's for your pension, your retirement plan, and things like that. Just keep the investments as they are, because your financial advisors and your investment advisors are going to make sure that you've got solid, long-term, steady investments. So you don't change anything. If you're able to save a bit more every month, then great. Do that, because you'll get your dollar cost average.
And we're hearing that the economy is going to be taking, globally a bit of a tanking.
Yeah.
So that's obviously going to have an impact, though. So I mean, if you are let's say within 8 years of when you would like to retire, is this something that's you've got enough time for it to really recover in that time?
I think 8 years is enough time. Yeah.
All right. So
I
what
think
about
for the
5?
next 5, I think should be okay. The next 2 or 3 is going to be a little bit rocky.
Right.
And I think the Fed came out last week and said that it's going to be a couple of years before things get back to stable.
Yeah.
As it was before. So again, it's a case of just don't be taking your money out of your long-term savings. There's just no point, because you're going to be crystallizing those losses.
Right.
Try to be sensible with these things and just plan for the longer term. If you're retiring in the next 2 or 3 years, speak to your financial advisor and maybe make a plan for that. But if it's anything longer, you should be fine.
Yeah,
that's good. That makes people feel a little calmer
and
about
that is because I know there's been so much sort of crazy volatility. That word.
Volatility.
Yeah, that one.
That's the one. Thank you. And we feel like we're in the apocalypse. So it's kind of nice that if you really are feeling that just stay the course and things will pan out then.
Yeah, they will do. And that's you've got to plan for the longer term, or you don't have to plan for the longer term, but for those that are planning for the longer term, which is what I deal with, just be steady, don't do anything out of the ordinary, and stick with your guns, stick with your investments that you've got.
Yeah.
And your investment advisors, if you don't have one, then by all means reach out.
Are there any new opportunities that are coming out of this that perhaps you wouldn't have seen as being an
toilet
option?
paper?
Though?
Investing in
Probably,
toilet paper?
toilet paper,
Hand
Charmin.
sanitizer.
Yeah.
Not that I can kind of outwardly say, but
not
certainly
necessarily
the tech
individual
companies are doing
Right.
a lot better now. If you just look at Zoom, how well Zoom's done over the last
and
few
Zoom
months.
was never really like the app of choice for that.
Well, Skype always was, but Skype's got completely left behind,
really
and
has.
everything's moved to the likes of Microsoft Teams or Zoom and things like that.
And I see Facebook have put their rooms together. Funny how it's room Zoom. So they've got rooms now. You can have up to 50 people in there.
Yeah.
I've not tried it out
If you call
yet.
it a protest, you can have 100 people.
Yes,
There
you
you
can. Boom. That was a good one. That's a good
We're
one.
all
Great. But yeah, tech.
Yeah.
Everybody's had to turn to tech. Everybody has been forced into tech, to either or expand what they were doing in tech. I would say more than anything, where they weren't. For example, like you, we've got to be totally online now. That during this time, Mary Wilson was forced into Zoom, wasn't she? Because to continue her work.
Yes, I'm making sure I'm buying her the right ring light and setup. She keeps like, what do I need? What do I need?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, good.
So I've ordered
Love
something on Amazon for her.
But yeah, tech. Gosh, anything. I think right now, a lot of companies, this will be a big part of their business now, is virtual business. And for people that had a little online store but didn't put much love into it, they've had to do that as well now. So I think that's a very good
for sales
part of
teams and things like that around the US or around the world. I think it's made interacting with your teams a lot easier. You don't maybe have to go to your office and be in there as often. You can do things remotely. Yeah.
I mean, total cost cutting. And then cost cutting for people that work at home as well, as long as the tech's there and it works and it's in place. Yeah, so that would be good. That and toilet paper. Elastic for masks, because you can't get elastic.
Mick says he's got a question for you. I'm not sure if it's a question that he wants to put on here, but if you want to share, you're more than welcome to, Mick. If not,
send me a message, Mick. Where are you?
Send
me a message, buddy.
Debbie says you look incredible. She
does.
does.
Thank you, Debbie.
You should show him your boots. Her boots. Oh,
I wondered what you were going to say again. Then I've got that on my mind.
Boobs on the mind, Sam.
So I think you can see those already.
Go on, show him your boots. Oh, they're fabulous.
Careful
Look
I
at
know.
that.
I
Look
was
at that
trying. I
calf.
was being very.
Look at that calf. That's a calf and a half. There.
That's a calf and a half.
So I know a lot of people obviously were really, really scared. So I think what you've just said about, your investments
Yeah, just
and
stay
stuff.
calm. And
Yeah.
if you look back over history at all the times that we've had volatility, you look at 9/11, you look at
Yes.
other things like that, and the market's tanked, and everybody thought it was the worst thing possible.
Yeah.
And it does recover. So
Yeah.
the government are doing everything in their power to make sure that doesn't happen, because what's happening right now is due to the virus, not due to any other sort of.
Well, this is it. You see, I mean,
Causes.
you imagine you work in a casino, you can't go to work
Yeah.
because of Corona, and your job is there the minute they can open.
Yeah.
I mean, they may have scaled down, but casinos have to have employees. Everybody has to have employees. So it's a different thing from like a true recession where there's no jobs.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
like I'm just waiting to be able to go back to my job. And I think the consumers have just been itching for the most part to get out, and their weekly trip not just be to the supermarket.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know, people were dressing up to go to the supermarket and meeting friends there. It's
I
like a
dressed
night
up to be
out.
here today. It's the first time I put a suit on in
you
about
look
3
at
I
months.
did
Great.
notice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the
I
shorts
washed
you've got
today
underneath
with
the
the short
table.
and the flip flops. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Zoom meeting, stretched on the top, pajamas on the bottom.
I've been caught out a couple of times, to be fair.
I do wonder actually whether suits and pants and everything is the market's going to go down on those because everyone's going to be like, well, I look good from the waist up.
People buying jackets and shirts and that's it, nothing else.
Yeah, pretty
no
much.
trousers, not necessary.
Just a hook
No,
on
that's it.
one as well.
Yeah,
you don't need-
Suit bear at the back.
Yeah.
yeah,
Velcro.
that'll do it. So now, for those people who perhaps haven't seen you on our show before,
Yes.
you are the guru of pensions.
Yep.
And particularly for our expats who are living in other countries who perhaps don't even know that they still have some money waiting for them back in the UK.
For sure.
Or they
Yeah.
think they can't claim it.
Or they think they can't claim
Yeah.
it. So just remind us, for everybody that hasn't joined us, and you can even talk to them directly on that one right up there.
Number 3. There we go. So
Sure.
I specialise in helping expats, mainly Brits, but people that have worked in the UK with their UK pensions, finding the pensions and just giving you some ideas of what options might be available to you whilst you're living out here. I've spent a fair amount of time finding pensions for people that thought they had nothing. In fact, a lady here in Vegas, we found £166,000 that she was adamant she didn't have any pensions in the UK.
She didn't have a
Adamant.
clue.
Adamant that there was nothing there.
So you didn't tell her and you kept
Didn't
it.
tell her, we kept it. So yeah, found the paperwork and basically gave it to her, and she's
Wow.
now got up-to-date stuff.
I bet
So,
she
yeah,
was crying.
over the moon.
I bet she couldn't believe
Yeah,
that.
really
bet.
pleased.
Oh,
so yeah,
that's
things
wonderful.
like that that I help with. That's the mainstay, and then obviously there's some state pension stuff that I help with, so that people can find their own state pensions. I just give them a hold in hand through the process.
It's great. I tag you in a lot, don't I?
Yes, you do.
I'm
Thank
like,
you.
Dr. People
I
put
think
their
one
own...
of the chaps who tagged me and actually spoke to give me a call this week.
Fantastic.
Very good.
So I appreciate
And actually,
that.
Mick's asking. He said, well, here's the question. He was going to put it in the group, but he says, can you help him with his army pension?
I can help you find it, but there's no options for you because government pensions, army, police, NHS, things like that, you can't do anything with. So it's stuck where it is, but I can certainly help him find it, put him in contact with the right people, no
Oh, that's
problem at all.
brilliant.
Perfect. And Darren, our good friend Darren Heyman, he has a question for you. He says, with international quantitative easing, where do you see the US dollar, the dollar pound currency change going?
Realistically, giving advice on currency is not what I do, but I
Have a stab at
see probably the dollar weakening and the pound getting a little bit stronger.
I've
If
wondered
you've seen
about
that over the last few days, it happens.
Right.
I mean, I think as expats, it's just something we always kind of keep a passive kind of eye on. I mean, I do anyway. I don't know
Oh,
about
for
anybody
sure.
else, but it's almost just out of curiosity, just to see where it's at. And of course, it's been horrible for a while. But
Yeah.
I think it potentially could go, but nothing to where it used to be.
I
of
don't think
course.
it'll ever get back to where it used to be. But right now, with what the US is doing and what's going on in the UK, it's kind of staying relatively level because obviously the US throwing money into the economy here, and then the UK doing things over there to kind of counteract it. So
Right.
it's keeping it relatively level around 126, 127.
Yeah. And the UK is doing this big furlough thing where they're paying 80% for like 7 million plus people
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah, up to the end of October, I think.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll extend that?
Quite possibly. There's
Yeah.
a spike in numbers in certain states here, and I think as the UK opens up, they might see a spike as well. So they might
Right.
then bring that back. But
And the same
And
actually
they're very
here.
slow opening.
Very
And the shops
slow.
only opened yesterday.
they're a lot more cautious over there than we are
Yes,
here.
they are.
They
yeah.
are.
Yeah.
With the shop openings and everything, I saw that if you have a product that you actually want to look at, I mean, you instinctively pick it up and you look at it, but apparently you have to take that to the counter or to a member of staff, and they will disinfect it and quarantine it.
Oh,
No.
wow. For 2 weeks on the counter.
Well, no, I've heard two things. One said 24 hours, and I heard one say like 3 days. That they will quarantine that product somewhere for a period of time.
The
So
whole
you can't
thing
try
is
clothes on?
No,
and they can't hear either.
You can.
But I tried them on in the shop.
Yeah.
Just put them on.
We were in Nordstrom's the other day and Nicole was trying things
Just
on.
trying them on by the racks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got
which is fine, but when you got into the shorts, that was awkward because like I know, right there. They have dressing rooms for that. Actually, they close the dressing rooms in a lot of places. Oh, that's why you're doing it in the store.
Yes.
Welcome to the show,
Sometimes I will
Ian.
do it though by the rack because I can't be
bra
bothered
shopping.
to go back. Especially if they say, you can only have 3 items. Forget that. That's
Victoria's
ridiculous.
Secret just had a line of guys stood outside waiting to see everyone try stuff off inside.
That's brilliant. That's why they got chairs in there.
Yeah, that's it.
Get like bleachers outside.
But I think what's made me nuts, I'll be honest with you, and I love stats and I love data and I love facts and stuff like that, is can't find anything on the 6-foot rule, 2-meter rule. Can't find anything anywhere, no research, da-da-da-da-da. Then, the World Health Organization says, everybody who's asymptomatic, it's a huge amount of people who's going to give it to you. Then they came out 5 days ago and said, it's very rare that an asymptomatic person would give it to you. So no wonder people are frustrated. Like, what are we supposed to be doing? Is it 6 feet? Is it not? Because they're now talking about the 1-meter rule in England.
Yes.
So I think it's frustrating for people.
Yeah,
But I think
agreed.
you have to take your power back. I think that's what you have to do and not feel helpless and go, this is what I'm going to do for me, what I feel is right and safe for me. And I think that's an important thing.
So the thing in the UK that I'm not sure is as much of a thing as it is over here is the whole mask thing. I know on public transport they've made it compulsory.
They've mandated it, yeah.
To wear them, but listening to the radio. Hi, Amanda.
Hello.
Hi. Walked in the room here. But listening to LBC as we do.
Yeah.
It seems like the mask thing is a little bit more sort of, do you have one? What is it going to be? Are you going to use it? It's almost like it's a new thing over there.
Yes.
Whereas we've been
I think they were slower to
embracing
adopt.
that.
Yeah. I mean, and here it's interesting because, as you know,
But that was because of the reports. They were saying that they were ineffective initially.
well,
But it's got to help.
This is the frustration, isn't it? You know
But
what I mean?
I think it's got to help.
They're
And
finding
That's how
people
I
in
feel.
Dubai.
It's somewhat
Why
of a
not do it?
barrier. Somewhat of a barrier. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, why not? I mean, even if it makes a 20% difference, why not? I mean, I go into Home Depot and there's definitely those that do and those that don't.
Yeah.
But
Do you do?
I do.
You do.
But if you don't do, then I think it's almost like it's saying like whatever to you sort of thing. I mean, it's like
It's not, because I don't always wear mine.
well,
And
whatever,
that's not my
well,
attitude.
whatever to you then.
That's not my attitude whatsoever. What do you do?
If I don't need to wear it, I will
If they
not wear it.
require me to do it, I do.
Only because when I take it off, it still feels like I'm wearing it for the
Yeah.
next 3
What do
hours.
you
and
do,
it's just
Eve?
uncomfortable.
You do.
I just go by the rules. So if someone wants me to wear it, I'll wear it. I'll wear it
Yes.
at the grocery store, I'll have my nails done. If they
Yeah.
want me to wear it, like if I'm in your place, it's your place. You tell me what to do.
Yeah, and I'll do it.
Obviously,
Yeah.
I'm not sat around my house with it.
Or
Or
driving.
people driving
With
on
your
their own in
gloves
the
on.
cars.
Yeah, exactly.
by yourself.
It's like common sense.
They must be very hot in the car, those people. They've got to be.
Not as
Cranked
hot
up
as
the
it here
AC.
is in the studio, though.
It's a little bit warm.
It's a bit
Really
like a
warm today.
sauna.
Oh, I think we should eat these before they melt.
I think we should.
I had to have a present for you as well.
gifts.
I did.
Yeah,
Well,
but you know
Sam had a
what?
gift,
You've been
so-
keeping these over there. I've been watching them. And like, are you going to
So,
actually give
so
them
let
to
us
or
know.
what?
Do you wear a mask? I mean, it depends on what state you're in as well, and it depends on what country you're in. The
I'm in
thing
a right
is,
state.
I'm not close to strangers anyway.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not licking their eyeballs or anything like that. You know what I mean? I'm not that
I can't
close
believe you just
to
went straight
strangers.
there. I mean,
You generally do that?
Just don't lick their eyeballs. You'll be all right. You know.
in the Middle East, where I used to live, they're fining people for not wearing a mask.
Are they really?
I think it's around 3,000 dirhams, so that's
Whoa.
about $800.
Now, I think they do.
wow.
Are they doing that in New York? I think they do that in New
Probably.
York as well. But you've got to be a bit, sensible.
Yeah.
ASMR. Tell everybody about these. Have you had these?
These will be eaten now.
These are
That's all I can say. I'm
the
taking the
thin-
first one just to make sure they're not poisonous.
They're the
right?
thin chocolate digestives.
Thank you.
Get as close to the mic as possible
I know.
without crunching.
What were the calories on these, Eve?
There's now
31.
going to be like
31.
See, we can
31.
do this.
tea?
5 minutes of
Do you want some
silence
tea,
while we
you
all
two?
eat.
I'd love some tea.
There
I
is
would
some tea in the
actually.
pot.
That
It's not
sounds
just a
good.
prop, you know.
No, there's tea in it.
Craig, grab the
Do you want to play
teapot.
Mum? Your cups are on your side. No, I thought 31 calories. You can kind of have a little bit of what you fancy, but not like it's not. You don't have the guilt factor.
So do you think people have been staying relative? I'm going to cough. I've got crumbs down my throat. Do you think people are going to have been generally staying fitter or not?
I think it's been half and half. I think in the beginning people used it as a kind of like it was a rest and relaxation period. People were watching their Netflix and they were just enjoying their food and being at home. And then I think after a few weeks, people were like, okay, you know what? We want to stay out. And I thank you. You see so many people. Never seen so many people out walking. People realized you could work out online. Like Peloton made their workouts for free.
Oh,
so I just
wow.
did there. I had a spin bike. I mean, it's not a Peloton bike, but I did the Peloton every morning.
Yeah.
So there was so many ways to do it. My husband started running again. There was a lot out there. People were exploring new apps, new way to exercise. Like Nike has a lot of, or Nike, however we say it.
I
Has,
said Nike.
It's Nike. I actually
I
rang
said
their
Nike,
offices
you said Nike, you
to
said
settle an
Nike,
argument,
yeah.
and they answered it, "Hello, Nike."
Puma or Puma? Puma.
Puma.
Because that's an animal. That's the difference. It's not a brand. So we can say it's like saying Jaguar,
Jaguar.
Jaguar, or Jaguar.
Jaguars.
Jaguar.
Talking of Jaguars, do you want to talk about Jaguars?
Sure.
Oh yes.
Do you want to?
I didn't bring it today.
Oh, you didn't.
Oh man, I thought
Somebody got himself a nice.
nice new
He
car.
works
Got a new
hard.
car.
Deserves it.
Which
Yeah.
one?
A Jaguar F-Type.
That's the one I used to have.
Oh, there you go.
And then it wasn't practical for work. But yeah, that's a gorgeous
Yeah, I
car.
don't drive a lot for work. Thankfully,
You're getting a
thankfully,
mini
so it's
then,
good.
are you? Sam?
I'm getting a mini.
Yeah.
They're like Jaguar mini.
I've been sending you some
Yes,
little
you have.
British tips that you can add to it. you
Add
know.
to me mini when I get me mini. Yeah, I'm gonna get a mini.
Barbara's. It says she's eaten 1 million cakes, and she's now part of the
counting.
sofa.
She's not part of the sofa.
I want to see a picture of this.
That's great, Barbara. Catherine said you have my mug. I wondered where it went. I'll have to come to Vegas to collect it.
Which one?
Which one is
Whose?
it? Which one is it?
Who are you an
Tell
owl?
us, Catherine. Which one is it?
We don't know which mug you're talking about.
We've got Wonder Woman England.
Oh,
We've got a
cute.
beefeater and a flag.
Unless you're talking about Craig. Yeah, mug.
Your mug. Your mug.
Mug.
These are fantastic.
What else we got? Eileen, I am going to casinos and grocery stores. Also went to the restaurants
Until she
I.
gets to the table. Who wears a mask and
Oh,
tool.
wearing the. I see.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, they make these masks now that have got like the little opening things in them, isn't they? So you
Like
can.
a Ziploc baggie.
Yeah,
Open up for the food coming in.
pretty much.
Barbara's comment just really is funny. She's eating a million cakes and now part of the sofa. That is so funny.
Oh, the
No,
Union Jack. That's this one. That'll
Right.
be my
Oh,
cup.
you're the thief.
Catherine,
Come and get it, Catherine.
come and get it.
You
You'll
come
have
to Vegas,
Come
it's
to
all
the
yours.
show.
I was
So
and
you want
can
to check
come and
she's in
get it.
Vegas first? She might be knocking on the door in a couple of minutes. I was joking. I need the
That's
mug.
true. That's true. Well, you can still have it. If you make the effort to get down here, you're more than welcome.
And in case you didn't know, Vegas is open. Vegas is open for business.
Vegas doesn't feel like it's. I know the strip was
No.
closed, but it doesn't feel like outside of it was closed because all the supermarkets have
That's
stayed
right,
open.
we could
and
still
things.
Outside
get-
of Vegas is the desert.
We could still pick up food.
Felt pretty
It's always
open.
been. That's about as open as it can get.
But the strip was quite eerie. Like
Yeah.
if you went for a
Odd.
walk or a bike down, it's not
Yeah,
normally
yeah.
that quiet. It's not like this vibrant energy and
Yes,
it's just so
that
loud.
we're used to.
And you walk down there and it was almost like it's dead silent.
Yeah.
That
It
time.
was really
kind
interesting.
of bizarre, wasn't
You
But
it?
we
see some
are
of the
open
photos.
and everything is extremely clean.
Yeah.
I mean,
Have you actually been
Like, can we
to any
keep
of the
like this?
casinos
not
yet?
yet, no. I looked at what Win have done, that video. I mean, personally, I think you'll probably have more chance of catching something in Vegas before Corona.
Because I went to Bellagio and
After
Cosmo.
Corona.
There's a lot of social communicable diseases you could probably pick up in
Yeah.
in Las Vegas. Just different ones.
But
now.
it's clean. I mean, it's clean. They've got all these things in place and cheap hotels. We haven't seen those in a long time. Cheap rooms.
But if you
They got rid of the parking fee. We don't have
Oh,
to pay
that's good.
parking, which is great.
But a lot of people think we live in hotels here anyway.
Oh no.
Do you not?
Yeah, obviously,
Obviously.
penthouse floor.
I live in the
Jesus
light at the
Palace.
top of the Luxor.
Yes. You long for darkness.
Yeah, that's it.
Exactly.
Catherine, you're on. All right, fine. Come get it.
That's it. We've thrown the gauntlet down.
It's that. It's got tea in it right now, so I will use the rest of it. And then, where actually are you from, Catherine? Where are you? And that is everybody else. Where else? Where is everybody else? Get your chops in, Ian. I don't know. It's one of those days, isn't
It
it?
feels like that, doesn't it? I feel like I'm just looking in on this show. I'm
It
not
is.
really here.
So tell me, what's been the biggest shift in terms of the fitness? I mean, obviously people are doing stuff online.
Yep.
You talk about Peloton is doing stuff for free. Individuals have been doing. In fact, one of our guests, Wayne
Skivington.
he's doing. It's something.org. What is it? It's workoutwith.org. Where he's doing online daily classes, and it's free right now. But I expect, like most things, he'll probably try to convert that at some point. Just like this show. Never. So do you think that's going to stick though, or do you think people will ultimately go back to going into the gyms, or do you think the online thing is going to be more of a thing?
I actually think the online things are going to be more of a thing because they're going to realize for convenience. It saves the time commuting back and forth to a gym. You don't have to worry about childcare. You don't have to worry about catching coronavirus. So I'm back at the gym already, but it's...
Oh, you
There's
are?
no one there.
Wait,
Yeah,
I mean,
me
they've
too.
done a brilliant job. It's
Now
like,
you've said that, I'm going to back off over here.
But I've been as well, so you
You've
need
been
to move
over.
back.
yeah, it's going to leave the studio now. Not safe
Mine was
anywhere.
always quiet. I'm at the newest LVAC, the one near us,
Yeah.
and it was quiet even when it opened, which I loved anyway because it's huge, and it was, I would say, probably at the same level before it closed. But do not think you can go and have a wee if you need a wee, because you can't go into the changing rooms and the bathrooms.
Oh no, our restrooms were open.
So you've got to
can use those.
wee before you go to the gym. Seriously.
So they've taped off every other machine.
Yeah.
There's sanitizer everywhere. The woman is going around constantly
Constantly.
cleaning. They only are at half capacity, and it's members only, so it's quite limited the
She's
amount of
probably
people there.
getting more of a workout than anybody
She probably
else.
is, bless
Yeah,
her.
seriously. It feels, but I love how clean it is.
Yes.
It feels
Yeah.
really good. I mean, the trainers are all there in their masks.
Yeah.
So no, I thought it was good. But I'm working out at home a lot more than going there because I just roll out of bed and get on the bike, and it's so
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
You know, I heard in the UK there was a gym that had closed. It was independent, I assume. And during lockdown, what they actually did was because they had they may have been like a spin class type gym. They had 60 of the bikes. They rented them out to people at home.
Oh.
So I think it was like £69 or something a month, and you could take one of their spin bikes, the full on
Yep.
deals, take them home, and then they would still do the classes from their gym, but they're also making off the
Very
spin bikes.
enterprising.
I thought it was a
It
good
makes so
idea.
much sense.
Joking.
You know what I was going to say? Do you just want attention? Yes.
All the
What can we do for you?
time. I'll just pretend I'm dying.
Catherine's currently in Damascus. Wow. If you get here,
One
we're
hell of
going to
a
give you
walk.
this.
Coming for that.
We're going to give you this cup and those two as well.
Yes.
And
all
a
of
thin
them.
and a digestive.
And just to make it worth your trip.
Yeah, just so you can got a bit of energy to go home.
Really? Yeah. So that's I agree. I think that possibly could be a thing where people are doing classes online. But do you think the production level of stuff? Because I mean, the stuff I've seen is not like this show.
Right.
I mean, do you think that's going to step up, or do you think people even care?
I think there's it's all across the board there. So if
Yeah.
you're going on YouTube and you're looking at the videos that have like 1 million hits, it's in a gorgeous studio.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
beautifully produced and edited and lit, and it's got the timer across the bottom.
Yeah.
And then you've got personal trainers who are just doing it from their home, and they're just selling it to their clients. I don't think their clients are expecting it to be this beautiful production. Otherwise, how much more are they going to have to pay?
Well, it's
And
funny.
it's one-on-one. So
It's funny you said that because my sister, because she's had to teach from home, and she's just upped her game. One of our family members works in audio video for big, huge concerts and stuff. He's built her a stage in her living room, and now she's got a backdrop.
Amazing.
But that's kind of the next level for her, But like you say, it all depends on,
If you're putting it on, are you going to put it on YouTube? Then yes, probably need to step up your game. If it's
If it's
just for your
Zoom,
private client,
yeah.
probably not so much. And you've already got those clients. You're not trying to
That's
get new
right.
ones in. They just want their content and they want to see you.
It's
and-
true because a lot of the ladies that she teaches said this is the highlight of my week because you could only go outside for 1 hour of exercise back home in
it's really
England
limited.
a day. That was it. So and it's a social thing, and they would all have a chit chat after the workout as well because they all miss each other. But they were just so grateful to still feel connected.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest thing. It's like it was missing that feeling of connection. I think that's why Zoom was so popular, because you just wanted to talk to someone and feel like there was other people out there.
Yeah.
Really helped.
Well, and that's, I think, with Zoom, like you say, you can see the other people right there, and Facebook rooms, I guess, as well.
Rooms.
Yeah, I did that for. Who did I do that for? My brother's birthday. We had a bunch of us, which was nice. Using the rooms one, which was good. It was like Zoom, same thing basically.
Yeah, they hopped on that.
But is that, if you are the teacher, is it better to be able to see people though, or?
I like working with people in person.
Yeah.
I feel you can spot check things. Like, you can see 360, right? So if I'm I want to make sure their form's correct and they're not injuring themselves. So for me, I do like that one-on-one. It's still so easy to do on a video. Yes, you can still do a lot. You can coach them through it. You can send them pre-recorded stuff if you want.
Yeah.
But there's nothing like actually working with them in person, because you can... It's a bit like an email, right? You can't always read into it.
Yes.
So when you're with them, you can hear their breathing more. You can hear their level of exertion. You know whether to push them, whether to back off.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I like that.
You know, it's funny because my sister had to change her insurance as an independent instructor for Zoom. It had to include, and everybody had to sign a waiver for Zoom Fitness as well.
I suppose if you get injured doing a Zoom, then someone needs to be blamed, right? In this world that we live in.
That's
Gotta find somebody to
where there's blame, there's a claim, right?
That's right. But you've been busy. You did your photo shoot that you did. We've got some pictures, I think. Excuse me. I think I know what it is. I think that's near my house. Is that the dry lake bed?
It is.
Yeah, that's near my house.
It was 40-mile-per-hour winds. My eyes are streaming. It's a parachute. They were literally holding me
is that
down.
what it is?
It's a parachute. And it was like 1, 2, 3. They'd literally let go of my hands and snap it before the wind would knock me over.
Oh, can we have a look at it? I think I got a couple more.
Oh, look
That's
at that.
lovely.
Oh, yeah, and there was rocks in it at this point to hold me in place. That was his mission, to do this. But it was just so nice to be in the fresh air.
And who was the photographer?
It's Ella Gaggiano. She's actually in Vegas in Town Square. She's just got this eye for light and composition.
Beautiful.
And we did this Friday. Her turnaround is so quick.
No way.
This past Friday.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is gorgeous.
Great. Do you think we should do our own version of that?
I would love
I
that.
am 100% into that.
Yeah.
All day long. I'll even try and stand on my tiptoes like.
Yeah.
Well, you do have a nice pointed foot, though.
There
We've
you
seen
go,
that
yes,
in your
yes.
oven glove.
Got
We've
great-
seen that.
That's true. Well,
It feels like there's a story behind that with the oven glove.
We'll do our version of that picture.
For sure.
Oh,
I
that
think
would
it would
be
be,
great.
it'd
It's
be
like
romantic.
the cook-off
I could
challenge.
even-
Now
I
we're
could
doing the
even be
photo
holding you.
challenge.
You
Yeah.
could-
I don't know how far we want to go with this. I don't know.
Well, while you're in Temecula
we
this
could hold
weekend,
you
this
up.
week, find a spot,
And send some photos.
get a plastic bag or something.
A bin bag. A couple of bin bags flowing in the
I
wind.
can work
perfect.
something. I can work something.
Yeah.
For sure.
We always know you're up for a challenge.
Oh, definitely.
I kind of like that idea, though, the photo challenge. We should have people submit photos in, and then we have to recreate them in our own style, a bit like the cooking challenge.
I like that.
Yes. All right. Well,
But
sure.
I love that idea.
We're going to do one anyway. Well, we kind of started, didn't we?
Oh, we were going to do the one
yeah.
on the workout on Wayne's one, which we only got halfway through that, and then we got busy.
Yeah.
But
I think we should. If you want us to do a photo challenge, then you need to send photos in for us to recreate.
All right. Okay. All right.
More work
One
for
person.
us.
I know it'd be someone like Mick will do it because
For sure, for sure.
Or Mike in Greece. I know he will too. So if you got a picture,
Just
send
make
it to
sure
us.
people have clothes
You
on.
want to put some sort of parameters? I was going
We're
to
not
say.
going to do
honestly.
any naked shots.
You know what this show's about, so just be
Do you know,
respectful.
I want to ask Nicole. In fact, you want to come over, sit on Craig's knee, because we're going to ask you a question about these taxes, because I think it's important for people to know.
Okay.
Can we sit on Craig's knee? I hope we don't break that chair.
Oh, that's a great statement.
I'm not insulting you. I hope
Yeah.
it's a stable chair.
Welcome to the show, Nicole. Apparently, you're just.
Wasn't even ready.
Fifth year anniversary.
In your best British accent
like-
as well.
Hello.
Well, she's just an honourable Brit now anyway, so
Yeah.
that's how it goes. We just collect them as we go along.
We do.
So I mentioned some people in Clark County in Nevada are paying 3% tax on their homes. Some are paying over 4%. It's a mistake. But you had a little piece of information about an owner not. You can tell everyone.
So yeah, if you live in Clark County, if you're owner occupied, you should be at a 3%.
Right.
For your property taxes. They sent out a mailer in, I think it was January, that looked like spam. So
Yeah.
a lot of people didn't notice it. We weren't even. We were at 4.8%. So I've just called and
we'll tell everyone you're a realtor.
Yeah,
so
I'm
this
a
is why you know
realtor.
this stuff.
So when I phoned them to ask, they said, oh, no, we'll send you this form, fill it out, send it back. But make sure you do it soon because in July it's going up to 6.7. So if you own multiple properties, if it's non-owner occupied, that's going to go up to 6.7.
And what was it going up from to?
4.8.
Whoa.
So it's
For rental
3%
properties.
if you own it and live in it, 4.8% if you use it as a rental property.
And
it
then
will
July.
be 6.7%.
Wow. That's quite a jump.
It
Yeah.
is. That's a big jump. But I'm glad we can do this PSA because I just happened to catch it on the news last night.
I'm moving into my Airstream.
You will
Yeah,
be.
there you go.
You will be. You know.
Right.
So you were paying,
We were paying
We were-
4.8.
Mhm.
and how long had you been paying that?
It went up at the last. I'm not clear on this because they sent out the information in January. So I don't know if they started taxing people
I see.
last year at that. Sorry, I'm crushing
No,
you.
you're good. I don't need my, I got another leg.
Or if they started it in January. But they will reimburse you
Okay.
if you get the information in and you prove that you have been living in the property.
And who do you contact? I mean, what department is that?
I can send you the website.
Okay, and we'll put it out for everyone, yeah.
I shared a post on my page.
Oh, great. Do you want to tell everyone what your page is? How to get hold of you? Because that would help too.
Oh gosh. Sorry, it's got to be.
Nicole Langell,
It's
realtor.
Nicole Langell, Century 21 Gavish, license number 1084150 or something.
believe she knows
It's
that.
got to be all
Just
of
made
this
it up.
stuff technical on it. Or you can go on to my personal page, Nicole Langell, Nicole
Right.
Murrin Langell Murrin.
No worries.
And my page is public. You'll have to scroll a little bit to find it, but it's got stars and warning and Clark County
Oh,
residents
okay.
pay attention.
Yeah.
So you'll find it pretty easily.
Is this
Good.
right in saying Patrick's just chimed in there? He says if you're a homeowner and you're renting another property out, but the rent is less than $1,300 a month, that you still get it at 3%.
I don't know.
Aha.
I will
No,
find
there you
that
go.
out.
That's a good question.
I will.
He seems
I'll
to
see
think
if I
that's
can-
the that's
There's
the
some
thing.
kind of a cap on that then maybe.
Because I don't deal with property management,
Right.
I don't actually know that. But we do have a property management division in our company, and I can speak to somebody there and get
Oh,
that
there you
answer.
go.
Yeah,
Well,
that would be
we'll get that
great.
piece of information.
Yeah.
Thanks, Patrick, for letting us know your thoughts on that.
Yeah.
Who would have known though?
Well, Patrick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
knows because I said it.
Good old Patrick.
What did you say?
That's how because he knows because I told him about it.
Oh. Sure it is. Sure
Maybe
it
looked into it a
is.
bit more since you told him that.
I know. So I think, are we at that point then?
I think we're at the point. Anything else you want to say?
No, I don't think
Any
so.
statements you want to
World, global, important statements. The whole world is watching right now. There's
No,
millions
just-
of people tuning in.
Just plan for your future properly. That's the only thing I can say. So
That's
no matter,
easy for you to
no matter
say.
what age you are, start. If you haven't started already, start today. Whether you're putting $5 a week into something or however much you can afford, but start to do something
Not
So
too late.
basically,
to
we're all
prepare for your
screwed.
future. No, just plan and prepare.
Plan and prepare, yes. Can't wait to retire at 79.
Oh,
That'll be
you're,
awesome.
you're never going to make it there.
I won't make it that far. All
We're
right,
still
thanks.
working on the airstream.
Still be working on the airstream.
Yeah. Thanks for
together.
the confidence there.
Inside it.
Yeah. And if not, then then Eve will make sure that we stay
Healthy,
beautiful and fit,
Fit.
and
Fashionable.
fashionable. Yes.
yes. All of those things, even if we have no retirement.
And talking about our boobs.
And boobs
There you
and
go.
boobs.
Yeah.
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 Breast health.
Exactly.
100%.
Good Lord. And on that note, I
Is
think
that something you wanted?
I think it's probably time to wrap this up. So
Another show?
you guys have a great
Yes, I think it would be great.
a great time away. The music's
Yes,
playing.
thank you very
guys
much.
can carry on the conversation, and we'll see you guys next week on Spill the Tea.
Bye, everyone.
Take care, guys.